wiring done yet? No, is the simple answer. It's not done. There's still quite a bit to do on it, but anyway, hello, welcome back to the garage. It's very small, it's very cold, that's why I'm standing by the heater. So, the wiring is still ongoing, but there's progress. Slowly eking away at it. The windows are almost wired in, which is a bonus. Running the wiring from side to side, connecting all of that up, and slowly starting to work on wiring for the dashboard now. I have gone with AIM Technologies dashboard, had that quite some time. Don't think I've actually had that in the video. It could be over there. I don't know. Actually, it is over there. But yeah, need to dig that out at some point. Start wiring that up to go to the ECU, which I haven't started wiring that either. This list gets longer. Oh, sorry. But in the meantime, I've been amassing more parts. Had a lovely package from OBP turn up. People who did the pedal box, who I've got the reservoirs from. I've got some more bits, so let's have a look. So apologies for the terrible lighting. I've got one light in here and I'm actually on top of the roof of the car. Probably not a good thing. So first up, reservoir hoses. Lovely bit of OBP branding in the middle. Terrible focusing. Hopefully this is the right length. I did have a rough measure up. Hopefully, even if I have some excess at one end or the other, this should work. The only little custom bit I've got on this, if it focuses on my thumb, there we go, ish. Little rubber grommet. Bought some online, sent them to OBP, and they happily put them on while putting the connectors on, rather than me impossibly trying to force them over the end. So 3 of those, 2 tucked away in a bag somewhere. Also, because of the length I went for, it automatically came with banjos. Something I wasn't sure I needed, but will also help as well, because not from OBP but buying separately, Goodrich, they actually do a banjo bolt with a pressure switch in it, so I can use these for the brake light and the, there we go, a bit better light, brake light and clutch pedal sensor almost, so can set it up for theoretically flat shifting. So when putting the clutch pedal down, if I've got the throttle wide open or near to wide open, depending how I set it, I should be able to flat shift. We'll see if that's a good thing. If have a word with the Emerald guys when it gets to that stage, but it's preempting. At least if I put it in there now, I won't have to worry about it later. Moving swiftly along, reservoir level sensor, which I need to wire in. Have got 2 others in the bag again. They'll be set up on the wiring so that it will at least have a warning on the dashboard if one of the reservoirs low. Tuck behind them. Finished. Ooh, shiny. Not the greatest paint on them, only Hammerite. The 2, this is the better one. Oh. 2 plates to go on the bulkhead. This one for the wiring to come through, and the other one just for the air intake. So remade this completely again because the 2 holes were too big where the grommets were going through. They now are technically too small, but it means that it's going to be tight. Hee 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 hee. Going back to when the engine was first installed, I had a sandwich plate on the oil filter. This was to at some point run the sensors for standalone management. No, correction. I actually have tucked away gauges for oil pressure and oil temperature. This was before I even thought about converting to standalone. this was me going to be running the original dash cluster, and having the gauges in the center console. So obviously with the dash, it can now run the oil pressure, it will run oil temperature via CAN through the ECU. So effectively I need oil temp and oil pressure sensors in a sandwich plate again. Bought one from an online retailer, car part retailer, well known, thinking it would be absolutely fine, and got it. Didn't really look at it for a little while, and then trial fitted, because it comes with bungs, to blank off. It had 4 ports, I only needed 2, so I want to blank 2 of them off. It came with bungs, fitted the bungs in. The bungs would only go, shouldn't really rest on the rib, spoiler, bungs would only go in 2 rotations before they were tight. The thread on them is tapered, so diagonal thread, or diagonal, it's like a cone going in, easiest way to describe it. So it'll go to a point and go tight. You don't need a washer or anything so the surfaces are against each other. The threads seal and hold themselves tight, but 2 threads was not a lot. Tried undoing these 2 bungs that I put in, and it pulled the threads out on the sandwich plate. So I've then got a sensor that I will be running, same thread, exactly the same thread, and this went in probably about 10 turns. So effectively the bungs that I've been supplied were shit. I can't make it any simpler. They were just shit. They would not have gone in. Yes, they went tight, but after 2 turns there is not enough grip there that I felt confident in putting that part on my car. So I found out that OBP actually do sandwich plates now, and trusting the brand with the bits that I've got, yes, it's not fully plumbed in, but they're established brand in the parts that they do. So I have no problem trusting them. And I don't know, they announced on the website a little while ago that they started doing sandwich plates, and very recently, actually, after I purchased this sandwich plate from them. So I don't know whether it's a new part or if they've just started pushing them again, but worth it. You can tell in the quality by the moment put it out of the bag that it's just a step up, and it's barely any more expensive. So let's have a look. So straight away the OBP branding on there, which is lovely quality as always, and just along the edges you can see slight ridge there. That machining was not visible on the other part that I'd bought. So yeah, it shows just really how quality this is, that they've just got that lip there compared to the others. On the side that goes onto the engine block, double O-ring seals compared to the other one, which was just one big flat one. So again, another little thought, and I'm not going to get it out without damaging it now. There's actually a groove that the O-rings sit in as well. So it's just that extra level of care, rather than just stick a seal on a flat surface, machine the grooves into the surface so that the O-rings can go in. I'll happily admit this is only a 3-port compared to the 4-port, but when you only need 2, you don't need the 4th. Simply put, nice flat surface on the side that the oil filter will go onto, and in the box with it there's actually 2 adapters there, difficult to see, one's inside the other. Unfortunately both wrong for my thread, but didn't know they were going to be in the bag anyway, or in the box. Same as in the box, there's actually 3 bungs. I don't know what size the head on them are, but I was sold 2 extra bungs at the same time, because we didn't know that it was coming with them. These are actually an Allen key inside them, about a 4.5mm Allen key. I'm not sure if it's Imperial rather than metric, but I don't have Imperial Allen keys, so I'll just use one of the spanners or hex head bungs. Tried that in there and they go beautifully in there, so very confident with that. But yeah, overall just really impressed with the quality of all the items from OBP. And in the bag, quite lovely, you can see underneath, nice OBP catalogue for all of this year's products. So again, nice little touch that I wasn't expecting. So all in all, yes, more money spent, but these are bits that I've been needing for a little while. I was going to have to get them at some point. It's just now they've appeared. Yes, it is in the midst of me trying to do all the wiring, and I get easily distracted. So much so, the gear cables are in there. The gear stick I've been adapting slightly. I've actually got a little spacer on the stick, so the forward and back, almost like a short shifter. Just extended that, so for the distance gear stick moves, the cable moves a bit further. So effectively, cable moves same distance, gear knob moves less. Brain fart. But no, it's little bits that I keep moving away from one bit to do to another. I'm not. Yeah, everything's progressing together, but none of it's progressing that far. If that makes sense. But sorting the wiring, it is getting there, bit by bit by bit by bit. Really know how long I've been nattering on for now, but more progress, more progress, more progress. That's what we like. For those watching, as always, thank you. Do appreciate it. Always throw us a like. Comment, please. I think I've only had one comment so far on all the video. Actually, 2 comments. So please ask questions. If there's anything you want to see, please say. Yeah, in the meantime, like, comment, please subscribe. I will continue doing these, and I promise there will be some progress, and it will be on the road at some point. Thank you, and catch you soon.